Provision for charging military personnel and the introduction of court-martial forms part of the stipulations of the Defense Amendment Act 2012, which was debated in the Upper House of Parliament on Wednesday. Larissa Francis tells us more.
Minister of National Security, the Honorable Dr. Errol Cott, says that while the act was passed in 2006, the necessary legal procedures were not put in place. Cott says the country presently follows the Queen's regulations, but this new amendment will facilitate the introduction of court-martials and will also allow for the country's own regulations to be implemented. He adds that the Defense Force has been completely restructured. This reorganization will now see the police and the Army collaborating in crime fighting. Joint training opportunities will also become available to assist the process.
233 of the Defense Act, and it speaks of the Queen's regulations having the meaning assigned to it by Section 2251 of the Army Act of the United Kingdom, 1955. So we would have been using the provisions under the Army Act of 1955 in respect to the Queen's regulations to govern these legal proceedings for our military force here in Antigua and Barbuda. We now are proposing to enact our own procedures as detailed in the document before us.
The leader of government business says that these men and women provide quality service to the nation and must be commended. Court says the ABDF provides a critical service in the Coast Guard as the nation relies on them heavily to protect our borders and prevent illegal firearms from coming into the country. However, he adds that the downside of that important operation is limited equipment, and it must be ensured that they are provided with the necessary tools. Court also calls for the introduction of coastal radars, a device that will assist with linking the Coast Guard with officers on land. Member of the opposition, Senator Lennox Weston, says the government has the full support of the opposition with any measures that will be used to benefit security forces in fighting crime.
Because all of us clearly will support the minister and the officers and the soldiers in fighting crime. And we support any financial requirements they will receive or require to help in terms of the scourge of drugs, guns, and of course the wanton violence which sometimes springs from it. So I want to say, at least from where we stand, in terms of the wider issues he raised, that he has this side's full support in lobbying, negotiating, and I think, of course, because of our limited resources, in terms of international interventions and assistance, to go forth and seek those facilities he requires to bring our crime fighting apparatus up to the standards where we can guarantee Antigua remains a safe, warm, friendly place.
UPP Senator Mackenzie Frank says he is in full agreement with the law as it will ensure and maintain maximum discipline within the security services. Independent Senator Sylvia Omad says although the bill includes some minor errors, she's elated that the effort was applied to get rules and regulations attached to the bill. Court says the rights of individuals will be protected under the Act.
We're seeking to pass here in terms of these rules are really rules that have been in place for many years. But we were using what we call the Queen's regulations under the Army Act of 1955. What this seeks to do is just really to take those regulations that we would have been using for all of these years, codify it into our own legislation, and make them part of our new Defense Act.